Film Riot, today we're doing things including looking at screen replacement, and you know why. Because I want to. Screen replacement can be very simple, but it can also go wrong very, very easily and just look horribly cheesy. So we're gonna take a look at this shot right here, which I have my brother Tim looking down at his iPad, which is just blank. And we decided to go with it just blank, just a black screen. So we're getting all those reflections. So you can see the reflection of Tim in the iPad right there. So now I need to get the clip that I wanna put on the iPad that Tim is looking at. And you know where we're gonna go? We're gonna go to Adobe Stock. And in here, I could search for a video, you know, something like Bigfoot hugging a unicorn. So now that we have that Adobe Stock video and the iPad clip, we can jump into After Effects. So first we're gonna drag the clip into the new comp. We're gonna select the footage and go to Animation and Track in Mocha AE, which Mocha will open up a new window telling us to create a new project. By default, Mocha is gonna save the project file where our footage is located. So we're gonna click OK. Then we're gonna click the Create X Spline Layer tool and create a mask that covers only the edges of the screen. You don't wanna draw a mask over the reflections in the screen. If you did that, Mocha would try to mask the reflections inside the screen instead of the screen itself. Next, click on Show Planar Surface and Show Planar Grid. Align the planar surface with the four corners of the screen. These are the actual points that Mocha will use to generate corner pin data for After Effects. At the bottom of the screen, we can see different ways that Mocha can track our shape. For this shot, we're gonna enable perspective mode. To the left of that, we can see the minimum number of pixels used. We're gonna turn that up to around 90%. Click the Track Forward button. Once it's done tracking, click on Export Tracking Data and select Export Pin Data for AE. Back in After Effects, create a solid that is the same resolution or aspect ratio as the screen that you're tracking. Paste that tracking data using Command or Control V on the layer. If your layer isn't the same size as your composition, it's gonna look misaligned, but that's okay, we can fix this. Just position the layer to the top left corner of the screen and it will align perfectly. Pre-compose this layer, make sure that the Leave All Attributes is selected and hit OK. Now drag in the footage that's gonna be on the screen and scale it so that it fills the pre-comp. Back in our main comp, set the screen pre-comp to add mode, apply lumetry and adjust the exposure so it looks nice. Then we'll apply a camera lens blur effect as well because our footage is just a touch soft, and we're done. We have Tim admiring Bigfoot hugging a unicorn like the dirty creep he is. Now let's jump into a question, because I want to. I'm a new fan of Film Riot. I've been watching your videos for the past year or so and gone all the way back to your videos from 8 or 9 years ago, and it seems that in the past year or two, you've cut some of the comedy from Film Riot and kept things a bit more serious. Could you tell us your reasoning for doing this? There's a couple reasons for that, but the main one is we've been working behind the scenes on doing a whole lot of things so we could get the company where we need it to be so we can take Film Riot up to a whole new level that we've been wanting to for a while now. We have discussed this before, but comes this summer, we are going to kick that off and be bringing Film Riot to the level that we want it to be, and we're going to be bringing back a lot of that the comedies, but that does take time. So it's been something that we've been a little more laxed on. So we could be working on those other things as well and still getting the show out to you guys. But also sometimes an episode doesn't want to be funny. It's whatever the content is a little more straightforward, and it should be that because that's what's best for the episode. So that will still happen depending on what it is. So it's going to be a whole mixed bag of a lot of things, but a lot of that old school humor is going to come back, which is not old school humor. That's just how we are on a daily basis. It's just going to make its way back into the show very soon. What would you say is your favorite Film Riot episode? I don't know what my favorite Film Riot episode would be. I don't know as far as a full episode, what would be. Yes, that is my favorite. I do still love the episode where Josh was possessed and we did the whole making different types of blood bit. I do love that episode. I can say that my favorite sketch that we've ever done is still Teleportation Tourette's. I love that sketch so much. I mean, it's terrible in so many ways because we did that way in the beginning, but I loves it. There's nothing more discouraging than having a pile of overdue paperwork just sitting there staring at you while you try to work or do anything you enjoy at all. Well, our friends at FreshBook have their cloud accounting software that will give you more time to do the work you love and not be discouraged by the paperwork demon. FreshBooks has been redesigned from the ground up and custom built for the way that you work. It's the easiest way to be more productive, organized, and most importantly, get paid quickly. FreshBooks is not only ridiculously easy to use, it's also packed full of powerful features. You can create and send professional looking invoices in less than 30 seconds, set up online payments with just a couple of clicks, and get paid up to 4 days faster. See when your client has seen your invoice and put an end to the guessing games. FreshBooks, of course, is giving you a 30-day unrestricted free trial. To get that, all you got to do is go to freshbooks.com/FilmRiot and enter Film Riot in the How Did You Hear About Us section.
Logo.
So that's it for today, and for what I'm watching, it is my friend Matt Workman's channel, Cinematography Database. It's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. He's always doing incredibly interesting things there with cinematography, so definitely go and check that out. Until next time, don't forget to write, shoot, edit, repeat.